Hello, I'm Tom, and this is the third of 3 videos focusing on the transition from primary school to secondary school, and in particular on Year 7. So I've already talked about so far the importance of harnessing the kind of intellectually daring attitude that you'll often find in Year 7 students. Talked also about the importance of tapping into their prior knowledge. If you found that useful, or you find anything in this video useful, please do subscribe, because there'll be plenty more on the way. So, I think one of the most profound gifts that anybody can give a young student or a young mind is a real love of learning. I don't think many would disagree with that. And from what I've seen, primary schools are fantastic at this. And of course, many secondary schools and teachers are as well, of course. But sooner or later we get to that point, usually with the arrival of adolescence and public examinations, when largely as a result of those two things, their relationship with learning can suffer. And it's one of the most disheartening things I think any teacher can see, really, or anyone, is when that relationship with learning goes from one being filled with curiosity and fascination and love even, to one typically characterised by fear and insecurity and pressure. It's tremendously sad. It's just also very, very difficult to avoid. So I'd like to focus on one way in which I think we can maintain that love of learning, which they seem to arrive with so often. So one of the most obvious differences between primary school and secondary school is when the students turn up in Year 7, they now find themselves with a whole variety of different teachers. They've got subject specialists, they've got a different teacher for every subject, usually. And so whether you like it or not, as a secondary school teacher, you are absolutely crucial in shaping their relationship with your subject. And who among us doesn't remember or talk about this teacher and therefore that subject? We all do, because of the impacts they, knowingly or not, had on us. Because of this, I think it's really important to be aware of, forget curriculum and results, to be very, very aware of what your subject has to offer. Now that's actually quite a difficult question, I think, but it is an important one. So have you ever asked yourself, or talked about or considered, what it is you find particularly fascinating or perplexing or beautiful even about your own subject? If you can show them that kind of human connection, what it is that drew you to the subject in the first place and what it has given you, if you can show them that, they're far more likely to accept some of the drudgery along the way. And of course there always is some, because you have a lot to cover. They're far more likely to accept that because they'll see that at the heart of it lies something genuinely important. Like all of us, but perhaps only more so, I think young students in particular are looking for, above all, sustenance. And they recognise it when they see it. So if they can hear from you and they can see in you just how much your subject has given and continues to give you, then their belief in its worth is going to rocket. So make it clear why you love your subject, what it has given and continues to give you. Because if you make that clear, then you show them, perhaps even without clearly articulating it, you show them how your subject has, to an extent, shaped your relationship with the world, the wider world, and with yourself. And if you show them that, then you show them the way.